Good morning, guys. I say guys all the time, man. I mean, guys and gals. I know there's like 2 ladies that watch this. So, ladies, hey, y'all are special. Because you're watching welding videos, let's get real. Alright, guys, so today's the day. It's kind of a sad day for me, but I'm having to return the Vulcan. Ugh. Now, look, there's some special circumstances going on here. That Vulcan is out of warranty, but they said they'd try to help me out somehow. So I'm going to take it up there and see what we can do. Here's the biggest reason why I don't want to take it up there. This thing weighs 250 pounds. Let me see if I got that right. Right, well, I just consulted the manual and it doesn't, strangely enough, it doesn't have size or weight in there. But I remember looking it up at some point before I even bought it, and it was right around 250 pounds. So what I'm going to have to do, I had to wheel that out here with a dolly, hand truck, the one with the hard wheels, and I'm going to have to lift that bitch up into the seat. So I'm not really excited about that. So here's a lesson on bending at the knee. Well, guys, I can tell you right now, I don't want to do that again today or tomorrow. That's rough on an old man. Let's be real with it. All right, so we got this bad boy in here. Basically, the only thing that's wrong with it is this crank. It just stopped. There's no resistance. Like I showed you guys, I took it apart to see, you know. But it's deep into the transformer, and I can't, it's all welded up. I mean, if they can't do anything to help me, they said they try, but if they can't, I mean, it's really stuck where I usually normally use it anyway. So we'll see what I have to do. We'll see what I have to do. Hopefully it'll work out. Let's get it there. Let's get some ibuprofen. All right, guys, it is what it is. This is what it looks like. Half-face man. So we're taking this thing back. You guys thought I was joking, but I definitely took 1 ibuprofen. You know what I mean? Never too safe. Today's leg day, and I do sumo squats and some kind of front raised leg, single legs. I don't know what it's called, but I've seen it in a video and I tried it, and man, it works. So I got to go do that today. And I don't really like leg day, but hey, you can't have your legs not looking good, man. I saw a dude at the gym one day. Motherfucker was ripped. I mean, he looked good, man. Shoulders, fucking chest out, man. Just everything, everything you'd want in an upper body. And then his fucking poor little legs, man. I was just like, Jesus Christ, he must have skipped every leg day. Every leg day was chest day for this guy. Chest and shoulder day. Right? Like, dude, come on. And it was bad because he wore shorts, you know? And I'm like, just, no, don't do that. Wear pants. I will tell you this, guys. I'm not going to talk. This isn't a workout channel, but if you're interested, look up a guy named Mike Mitzer. Dude was a freaking genius, and I work out like he says, man, and it works. You grow. You know, I'm consistently going up in weight or reps, so that works for me. But anyway, got to do leg day today. Yeah, we're going to take this thing back. Now, it's out of the warranty. Kind of just out of the warranty, and they may have but they stopped making it, stopped selling it, but they have some display models and different things around the area, and they're going to see what they can do to help me out, because nobody's going to want to buy this thing, guys. Did you see me try to pick this thing up and put it in the truck? It's 250 pounds, man. Like, yeah, I'm a strong guy, but geez, man, that was still a pain in the fucking back and ass, but mostly back. So nobody wants to haul that shit around, you know? It's super heavy. It worked for my purposes, but they're going to, and really I'd much rather just have my money back if I was still under the warranty. But if they're going to be able to help me out at all, I'll just crank that dude over to 100, you know, and just leave it there. I want to talk about some other shit, man. I kind of got you know, thrown off a little bit a while back. Some dude said, I'm here for the welding, not to hear you talk. And I was like, okay. His name was Roy, literally Roy, and that's how I came up with that Roy character, which I need to bring back. Because he was a good guy. I kind of liked him in the end, you know. We started getting along. But, yeah, he said, you know, I'm here to see you weld. I'm not to hear you talk, but I like to talk, so the way I look at it is, if you don't like it, just fuck right off. You can go watch other videos, man. There's plenty out there. I don't care, right? I love the people that are here, because these are the kind of people I'd want to hang out with anyway. If you're around and you stick around, you know, there's tons of you guys. Scott, AJ, you know, my uncle, Steve. All you guys are awesome. There's tons more of you, but, you know, these are the guys I can think of right now with the police going by. Yeah, and I like you guys because you guys like me. So we're the kind of guys that want to hang out. There's nothing I just can't stand, man. These videos that you see where everybody's like making the face, oh my God, my reaction to this, and it's everybody. And it's like, it's not that, you know, when I watch the video, I'm kind of let down by the thumbnail, right? You led me to believe that this is going to be the most shocking shit I've ever seen in my life, and it's just some boring day of you fucking welding. No, I don't like that shit, man. So I don't do it. I don't do the big fancy words. In fact, I think it's more fun to let YouTube pick my thumbnail, because sometimes they make a shitty choice and I think it's fucking hilarious. It's more fun. It's like the lottery. Like, oh, I got a good one. Oh, damn, what were you thinking, YouTube? Whatever. You know, no fancy words. Nobody cares, man. Just put the shit out there, and if they like you, that they'll like the video. The entertainment shit, like all these gestures that jump around. Hey guys, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. That shit, man, it's like, you know, if you, why don't you just be you, and then the people that like you will hang around, and that's the people you want around anyway, right? You don't have to be the fake you, because once you do become the real you, eventually, these motherfuckers are gonna be, that's when they want to start canceling you. So, just be the real you, and the other people just go watch something else. If they like the entertainment, the clown that dances around, let them do that shit. But that ain't gonna happen here. So I just want to talk about stuff, is what I'm trying to say. I guess I went all into some bullshit. Sorry about that. So, I want to talk about bullies, man. Bullies, right? And how the world just gave up on bullies, right? People say, I hear people say a lot, you know, oh, they got rid of all the bullies, right? They don't let people have bullies. Bullies are important. And it's not just bullies, honestly, that are important. It's the playground fights in general that are important. I know you guys can't see my face, but maybe I should turn this up a little bit. Should I? Oh, should I? Yeah, maybe. So it's the playground fights in general that are important, right? When you're growing up. That's what they took away. It's not, I didn't get a fight with bullies all the time. Jeez, there weren't that many bullies, right? There were people that you just got pissed at and got in a fight with. I mean, it happens all the time when you're arguing with somebody. You're just mad at this person, right? So it's the playground fights in general. I started thinking about, like, what does it take to become a man? Where's that step in life where you rise up and rise to the occasion? And it's on the playground. It starts on the playground. Playground's a lot like prison, and people don't understand when there's a group of guys around and you're faced with a scenario whether in this moment you're going to either walk away, back down and walk away, or you're going to say, I've had enough and I'm fighting this motherfucker whether I win or not. And that's the important decision that you make in life. And that's the important decision that every other person, every other dude on that playground gets to watch you make. Because that determines where you're fucking standing the rest of the time you're in school. The rest of the time. And what's important is that they see that you will fight back. It doesn't matter whether you win that fight or not, man. It does not matter one bit. Now, obviously, your friends are going to never let you live it down if you lose a fight. And I'll talk about that, that scenario in a minute. But if you because I've lost and I've won, right? But the important thing is they know this dude right here is not going to back down, right? You've had that moment where you said, fuck it, man. I've had enough of this shit. I'm fucking fighting your ass. It's over, right? Once you throw down, it's over. It's time. And then that's when you made the decision in life, right? Okay, I'm not backing down from anything. That's how you're able to take on things and conquer them. I'm not backing down from anything. I may lose. I may fall on my face. I may get knocked down, but motherfucker, I get knocked down. And I get up again on baba laba dibba down, whatever the fucking rest of the words are. You get what I'm saying? That's the part. That's where it starts. Right there on the freaking playground. Right there. With your buddies, with your homies, with all the guys, with the bullies, right? Now let me tell you a couple stories about some bullies, all right? There's some fights I've been in. One of them was with a bully. This guy was called Boss Hog in town. This motherfucker was huge. I know everything seems really huge when you're young. Have you ever been to your elementary school playground? You're like, man, I swear that slide was 20 feet in the air and it's like right here to you now. Everything seems bigger. So this dude was huge when I was young, right? No telling how big he really was, but he was taller than everybody in school. I think he failed like 12 times. I think he was supposed to be a grown-ass man, and he was still somehow in school. But my mom got married to my stepdad, and we moved up into his house, and he lived close to this store. It was a pretty cool place. They had a little arcade in there, so you could go play games, and they had snacks, and it was a cool place to hang out. But on the way, there was always Boss Hog, man. And they always have that little yes man with them, the little stupid guy. They're not going to hop in and help this motherfucker out. They're just there so he don't kick their ass because they're scared of him. And then once you kick his ass, they're scared of you. So, every day on the way to fucking the snack place in the arcade, I was walking. This motherfucker hit me up, and he bothered me. And he talked shit. And he'd do this and say that and blah, 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 blah. You know, and I talked to my stepdad about it because my problem was I just didn't want to hurt somebody, right? And I had the same talk with my son because he was a compassionate person. He didn't want to hurt anybody, right? And I had the same talk. You're not on this earth to start fights, but you're definitely not here to be somebody's punching bag. That's the talk I got, and that's the talk I gave. I said, you're going to have to settle it. One way or the other, you're going to have to settle it, right? You choose which way you do that. That's up to you. If it me, I'd knock the shit out of him. That's what I said. And that's what my dad said to me. So one day, man, I was walking down through there and I'd had enough. And he started mouthing off and started coming up to me, pushing on me and shit. And I said, fuck you. And I had to jump up in the air to punch this sumbitch in his face. He was so tall. And I did. And I punched him and he backed off and I pushed him down. Like he started stumbling back, so I took that opportunity. I became a ninja somehow. I pushed him down, right? You don't ever know what you're going to do in these situations. I was surprised at myself. Adrenaline kicked in and I was doing shit. Pushed him down and hopped up on him like that kid in fucking Christmas Story and just started wailing on this bastard. Okay, now, I hopped up. I forgot about little guy. So I hopped up and I looked up. Oh shit, he's here. I said, you want some too, motherfucker? He said, no way. So I came walking through the next, I walked off, you know, like, fuck you, cussing, acting like I was a badass, you know. Probably first fight I ever won. No, it wasn't, but real fight, yeah, against the bully. It was a day that I remember in my life because it was a pivotal moment in my life, right? It's the day where I said, fuck it, man. I'm putting up with shit anymore. I'm not putting up with any shit from anybody. Fuck them. I will stand up to anybody or anything. And that's how you take on life. Later on in life, these things prepare you, okay? Now, I walked by this sumbitch the next day, and maybe it wasn't the next day, a few days later, whatever. I'm going to the store. And this dude starts walking up to me, and I was like, oh, fuck. I was scared, man. I was scared the first time. I was scared this time. Like, damn, now he's coming back to kick my ass. And I said, you want some more? Man, I stood up, right? And he said, no, no, no. He said, I just want to be friends, right? And that's where, that stuck with me for so long because I think about that kid, man, like, maybe his life was shit, dude, and that's why he was acting the way he was acting. Of course it was, right? And he just needed a real friend. That little fucking yes man, he wasn't shit. He knew it. He knew it. He was only his friend with him because he was scared of him. And he needed a friend. So I became his friend while we were while I was living up there. We didn't live up there too long, but I didn't like hang out with the guy a lot or anything, but you know, we talked and blah, blah, blah. And then this was somewhere around early middle school. Later on in high school, man, I'm standing in the hallway. Some dude wants to start mouthing off. Now, of course, I'm going to stand up to him, right? I may win, I may lose. And here comes old Boss Hog. And he's like, hey, we got a problem? To dude. Dude was like, fuck no, because most people, you know, were kind of scared of this guy. Because he was still huge. Taller than everybody forever. I don't know how. He just kept getting taller. And that meant a lot to me, right? This guy had my back, right? And there was a lot of guys that I fought in elementary school even that became way taller than me and bigger than me. They had my back later. It was important that they saw that you'll just stand up for yourself, because some guys won't even fuck with you because they don't want to even bother with it if they know that you're going to stand up for yourself. It may not be, they might be able to kick your ass maybe, but they just don't want to fuck with it because you'll stand up for yourself. So here's another scenario, right? I don't like to be fake, you know, and walk around and talk like I'm a badass, right? I won one fight, but here's one that I lost, okay? And this is one where I got cocky. And this is on a playground. And you know how people are, they'll antagonize you. We were sitting up in the bleachers, you know, and it was after or a day where nobody dressed out. We were up in the bleachers for PE, just chilling, and they're going back and forth between me and dude, and I knew what they were trying to do, and I was like, nah, fuck this. And they're like, oh, you gonna let him do you like that? You gonna let him say that shit? You gonna let him treat you like a, you know, like a pussy or whatever? So you go out, and this guy's squaring off, and I just didn't want to be serious about it. But we started fighting, right? So I was bigger than this guy, that's why I really didn't want to do it, so I got him in a headlock. And I freaking was getting cocky. Honestly, I got cocky. I thought, oh, this is nailed down. I don't even have to worry about it. So I got him in a headlock, and I started jumping up and down and entertaining people. Woo! See that? Woo! And this dude got smart, and I jumped up one time, and he straightened up and raised me in the air, and I went flying backwards. All of a sudden, this dude became a ninja on me. I went flying backwards, and he freaking nailed me. I landed on my neck, and everything went black. And I was like, oh, I can't see anything. And he immediately jumped up and did the right thing. He started wailing on me. So I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done. And this was middle school as well. So I won one, lost one at this point. And that's a lesson in getting too cocky, right? Arrogant, right? Confidence and arrogance are not the same thing. A lot of these people who want to pretend to be alpha males and all this shit, and they'll talk to you about, oh, I'm an alpha male. They think everything's about fighting and fixing cars, right? And they walk around with this like fake arrogance because they think that's what confidence is, and that's not at all what confidence is, right? Confidence is just knowing that you can handle it, knowing that at any moment if shit pops off, you will stand up for yourself, right? That starts back on the playground, and that creates confidence. The people that don't get to do that, the people that don't ever stand up for yourself, those are the ones later on in life that are arrogant, right? They're the ones that are arrogant because they don't know what real confidence is. So they're trying to fake it till they make it. They're trying to do this unearned confidence is what I call it. It's not real, right? And the minute you step up to one of these loudmouths, they suck their nuts in real quick and start beep, 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 most of the time, right? This is what these people who think that act like they're badasses, most of the time they ain't shit, man. They ain't shit. So what you got to do is not be scared, because if your playground is later on in life, it's what you got to do. At some point, you've got to make that decision. Fuck it, I've had enough. And it doesn't have to be with other people. Obviously, you don't walk around trying to fight people or get in fights when you're an adult. This plays over into everything. Taking on, all you guys out there that want to take on a new fucking business, who want to start your own business. This is you're on the playground, motherfucker. This is life. Life is that bully. Life is that motherfucker who's coming at you. You're on the playground now. But this ain't no fucking game, man. You need to step up and step the fuck out, because the world needs you as a welder. They need your skill. And what you're doing is you're just letting them bully your ass and push you around. It's time for you to step the fuck up and say, I've had enough. Fuck this shit. And every day that you get up and you have that little bit of anxiety to go out the door, you just stop thinking about it and just say, fuck, I got shit to do, man. And you go, and you go, and you go, and you keep going. and you remember the fucking playground. All right, see you tomorrow. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is the next day. I had a lot of stuff to do yesterday, guys. I'm sorry, but check this out. So I get there, and you know how I said I wanted my money back for the Vulcan? Well, I get there, and I mean, these people are super helpful at this store. They're really nice. They're trying to help me out. And then they realize that somehow and this is something to keep in mind if you have a warranty there, the warranty was supposed to start after the 90 days, but it started from the first day, so I was actually within the warranty. So guys, I got my money back. And that's awesome, because the thing I wanted to do was, since I got this other welder, and I'm gonna get this welder started one way or the other. I mean, I'll just get a new motor for it. I'll put a Harbor Freight motor on it. You know me, I don't care. I'll figure it out one way or the other. I'll fix it. I solve problems. That's what I do. So I wanted to get some leads, man, and fucking leads are expensive. So I found some, and I'm gonna be able to get them now, because I got $628 back, guys. That ain't no joke. I love these transformer welders, and they're worth it if they'll work. Like this was a knockoff of the Miller Thunderbolt, the older one, and the Hobart Stickmate. You know, the bigger ones that sat up. It was the exact same knockoff. Obviously cheaper parts because it fell apart. So, or it didn't fall apart, but I mean, it's not working. So I got my money back, 628 bucks. I'll be able to get a couple 100 feet of lead. Look, that'll be enough for me, because I got other ways of welding, right? But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know that this, because I was pretty excited about it. But anyway, it's the next day. I'll holler at y'all later.